Alright, I think we're good to go. Start reading the game. Yeah, let's not register. Was that Willem Dafoe? Looked like it in the intro. Okay, we're good to go. And this is an interesting... because I really don't have any idea about it. Like, I know the premise, but I really don't know how I want to play this. I know there's a lot of matter in the dialogues, which way the game goes. So that in mind. This ability score represents your memory, reasoning and deductive skills. A high intelligence helps you regain memories faster, gives you more dialogue options and aids you manage skills. Aids your mage skills. Your intelligence is average. Strength is kinda carry weight and melee attacks accurate. Melee attacks more accurate and damaging. High dexterity makes you harder to hit and aids your thief skills. More hit points and in Nameless One's case faster regeneration rate as well. Nameless One. Wisdom, intuition, common sense and willpower. High wisdom helps you recall memories and gives you a bonus to experience points. And charisma. The higher your charisma, the more favorably others will react towards you. But we're a dead guy anyway, so... I don't know how much charisma we will get. Like, does it just calculate it? It forgets that we're dead? Or is it the dead man's charisma? Like, we appeal to teenage girls. Charisma is full, it's Robert Pattinson, and I'm probably gonna need strength. Or I want a strength. Maybe. Well above average, you gain +1 to all melee damage. Mage skills, but I think wisdom. You possess exceptional wisdom and willpower. Constitution is hit points and Dex is... I think we're gonna... Okay, so 13 is above average. We had Dex and Int skills average. But also the dialogue options would be interesting. But if we have low charisma and... But basically we are like charismatic fighter. We do it like this. Also don't know how the spells work here. Let's go with this. Hey Retro Rescue, never heard of this game. This is regarded as the best role-playing game ever made. But it's like a full book, actually. There's a lot of reading and dialogue.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
So basically the premise is that, yeah, we're dead. We don't know who we are. We wake up in a morgue. Who are you? Who am I? How about you start? Who are you? I asked you first, Skull. This is gonna be a long series of streams if I ever gonna finish it. I know it's a long game and it's a lot of dialogue, a lot of options, a lot of dialogue that change the game, and it's like true RPG in that sense. Like same engine I think than Baldur's Gate has been made in the late 90s. But a totally different take on it. You have one main character and of course you can get party like we have the Skull here. Talking Skull. Oh no, I can't remember. You can't remember your name? Well, next time you spend a night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Name's Morte. I'm trapped in here too. So this is Morte, our skull friend. Trapped. Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's the chant. I've tried all the doors and this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. We're locked in where? What is this place? It's called Mortuary, a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. It's mortuary, what? Am I dead? Not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty, though. Looks like some burg painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place the laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars, how bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back, Morte pauses. Say, looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back, what do they say? Looks like you come with looks like you come with directions. Morte clears his throat. Let's see, it starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possession is a journal that sheds some light on the dark of the matter. Farod can fill you in on the rest of the chant. He's not dead book already. Farod, does it say anything else? Yeah, there's a bit more. Let's see, it goes. Don't lose the journal, or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you, read the journal, then find Farod. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written here. As for the journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me when I was lying here? No, you were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, it looks like you got enough journal penned on your body. What about Farod? Do you know him? Nobody I know, but then again, I don't know many people. Still, some burgs got to know where to find Farod. Oh, once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked, so we need the key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first. Is there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key. What, you think it's going to hurt their feelings? They're dead. But if you want bright side to this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before their keepers raise them up to work again. Well, alright, I'll take one of them down and get the key. Well, before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. Note, search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack zombies with. When you find one, go to the inventory screen and arm yourself. If you wish to examine any items you find, right-click on them in the inventory screen. Alright, I'll look for one. One last thing, those corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, remember you can run and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. Okie dokie. To run, either toggle run on the option screen or hold down the shift key. Yep. Alright, thanks for the advice. This device looks like some sort of sewing machine, arms with hooks, tubes and metallic thread hanging from it. Okay, so it plays like... Basically it plays like similar to Baldur's Gate. Bandages. Okay, we'll take those. So shift was run, yeah. Oh, there's a zombie worker.
I'm gone.
Yeah, this is kind of gruesome game. I think some areas have put this as age limit 18.
All right.
Oh, I can't get there because the zombie is in front of me.
I'm gone.
Nothing there.
I'm gone.
There's the scalpel. Alright, you found the scalpel, now go get those corpses. There's a bit of a tutorial in the beginning, I see. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help me, Morte. I will be helping you. Good advice is hard to come by. What an asshole. I meant help in attacking the corpse. Me, I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I just get in the way. When I attack this corpse, you better be right there with me or you'll be the next thing that I plunge this scalpel in. Alright, I'll help you. Note, if you wish to Morte to help you attack, you simply make sure the both of you are selected when you attack the corpse. Morte will join in the attack. Time to introduce these corpses to the second death then. You can select the attack cursor from the quick menu. Pressing the A key toggles the attack cursor without using the menu. Let's go.
What's up?
Okay. Let's attack him.
All right.
Bandages. No key.
Done.
I didn't equip the scalpel, by the way. Yeah. Now it's equipped.
All right.
By the way, what the hell is Morte doing there? Okay, now there's some damage. Key. We found the key. This door is locked, you will need a key. Wonder if there's anything else in here. No. What a weird structure. That we search, and this we search.
All right. All right.
Why it's purple? Some advice, Chief. I'd keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary. Especially the femmes, plus killing them might draw the caretakers here. I don't think you mentioned it before. Who are these caretakers? They call themselves Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis on their face. They're an adult bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die sooner, better than later. I'm confused. Why do the Dustmen care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die, sooner better than later. You think these corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? Corpses I've seen here, where did they all come from? Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These samplers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Before you said something about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses. Why? Are you serious? Look, Chief, the dead cheats are the last chance for a couple of hardy bastards like us. We need to be chivalrous, no hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. Last chance? What are you talking about? Chief, they're dead. We're dead. See where I'm going? Eh? No, I don't actually. Chief, we already got an opening line with these limping ladies. We've all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about. They'll appreciate men with our kind of death experience. Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine sinewy cadavers I see here. Morte starts clacking his teeth as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. Alright, I'll try to remember that. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little addled after your kiss with death. So I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you got questions, ask me, alright? Talk option. Alright, if I have any questions, I'll ask you. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. I think there's a actual journal in the game. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. If I had that journal I was supposed to have with me, I'll do that. Start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things, like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. To access journal button, yes.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal, that's one going random directions. Inventory, map screen, spellbook, nothing there. Rest, priest scroll options, journal. Find your missing journal. Hopefully it can help me figure out what's going on. Center yourself. Journal Farad. Do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you. Did I leave this message for myself? Looks like I'll need to find this Farad and my journal. Okay, we're gonna make save here. Zombie workers.
Done.
This is a nice place.
Done.
Well, what do you expect? Okie dokie.
I'm gone.
Do we have some stuff here? No. No stuff. Receiving room logbook. Receiving room logbook way 2. Okay, this huge logbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight craft script. All shells entering shells. Cool. Entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room and locked with the scribe on duty before embalmed or cremated. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one of the contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation room, contact the scribe on duty, and notify him that contracted shell is to be erased. Be certain that shell is thoroughly stripped of its possession before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search and strip the shell. The faction is not responsible for any possession lost or items stolen by collectors who have brought the shells to. So collectors have my journal, I think. The shell's possessions are to be stored in a receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the logbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, you notice the last page has been cut out. Cut out, you say? Fist irons and some cash. So damage 2 to 4. This crude iron bar is designed to slip over the fist with the thick portion resting on the palm and the iron ring facing outwards over the knuckles. Note, many weapons in Torment do similar amounts of damage, but the type of damage each weapon does varies. Some creatures are more vulnerable to certain types of damage than others. If your current weapon isn't doing much damage against the creature, chances are it's resistant to it. Switch off weapons and see which works the best. So I think we're gonna have that one now. Still the scalpel.
I'm gone.
If we need. I think it did quite nice damage for the zombies. I don't know if we need to fight this or not. There's nothing else here. Stairs up, down. Preparation room. Where was the stairs? Ah, here. Where are we? Here we are.
All right.
Okay, what is this? This gate looks sealed shut. There is no lock or other means of opening it. What is this book? This book is huge. It must contain thousands of names. Okay, there's some dudes writing stuff down. There was something. Nothing. This corpse has been completely wrapped in bandage like a mummy. His body is completely covered by a rough dark cloth. Okay. Where do we go now? I don't understand. There's a door. That zombie has a cool hair. Yeah, there was a door.
Done. All right.
All right.
I'm gone.
What is this room supposed to be? There's also a mohawk. There's no information.
All right.
Oh. Ei vene. I think we take all we can find for now, because I don't know what to use and how.
Done.
Chocolate body has been drained of blood and treated with embalming fluid. A neatly stitched seam runs down the corpse's chest. Between vinegar and formaldehyde.
All right.
Let's see what we have here. So I think we look just like the mummies, but a bit bigger.
All right.
The bandages covering this body are soaked with blood. Even though this corpse looks several days dead, blood still trickles from its wounds. Who is this one? You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck make her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They're darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing organs. I said greetings. The woman makes no response. I think the dusty cheat might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her?
My journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Make some of them addled in the head and adult looking too. Let's tap. We have the same. Woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are rotting yellow with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation as she frowns at you. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. She clacks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and a embalming juice. Bring here to a bene. Go, go, go. You have been assigned a quest. Quests are displayed in your diary and in the quests portion of your journal. To see all the quests you've been assigned and their status, simply select quest from the journal menu. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. I met a dust woman embalmer named Elvena in the mortuary. find her jar of embalming fluid and some needle and thread. There must be some around mortuary somewhere, perhaps in one of the adjoining rooms. I think we're gonna save over the save now. Yes.
I'm gone.
Okay, so we need to find embalming juice and
I'm gone.
thread and
I'm
needle.
gone.
Nothing here.
Done.
Okay, that's just darkness.
All right.
There's nothing. There's a zombie.
I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm gone.
There's more tables. Jar of embalming fluid. I think that's it.
Done. All right.
I think we got it. The container is locked. Can we attack it?
Forced it.
Bash succeeded. Ancient copper earring. This copper earring looks ancient. Oddly enough, there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means actually attaching it to your ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved on the inside of the earring, however, which might merit a closer examination. Note, if you're ever capable of examining an object further or performing an action on the object outside of the world screen, a use button will appear for the object. So this one. This copper earring looks extremely old. It looks like it was meant to be worn, but there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. There's a series of strange grooves on the inside of the earring. Let's examine the grooves. The grooves are evenly spaced along the inside of the earring. Upon closer examination, they remind you of small fangs that are definitely man-made, but you can't figure out what they were intended for. Okay. So, is it still the same? Okay, it's the same. Can we... Dialogue.
Yeah?
Dialogue. Can we talk to
Hey,
you?
what's eating you, Chief?
What's eating you, Chief? How do I use these bandages? You use them. Staunch bleeding and all that. Use bandages on yourself, right click on them while on inventory screen. To use them on another person, place them in one of your quick item slots on the inventory screen. Select use button from the quick menu. Okay. Let's take both of them now.
I'm gone.
There's also one. something.
I'm gone.
There's a door.
I'm gone.
This door is locked. Where does it lead? To the last part. Interesting. Stairs up, down. Okay, there's the stairs.
I'm gone.
So what is this supposed to be? It's also locked. Okay, we go up then. We didn't find the... What is it? Needle and thread yet. I'll have a quick break. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Okie doke. I think we're gonna save here actually. Let's do this one because we still don't need many saves, I think. Okay, we go here.
Done.
Whoa. That must be crematorium or something. Looks nasty.
Done.
Okay, we tried.
Forced it.
Forced it. Oh, catch. Bone charm, corpse fly charm.
Done.
We'll check those in a minute. And that one as well, what the hell. Clot charm.
All right.
Dustman embalming charm. Mortuary task list. Shitload of stuff. What the hell? Okay. Bone charm. Actually, we didn't even check this one. Embalming fluid special. Okay, hit points. Usable only. Effects are temporary. But I think it will be like healing item. Bone charm, +2 to armor class. Was crushing, resistant to crushing attacks. This old finger bone charm has been hollowed out. Tiny symbols have been scratched on its surface. The user must snap it in two to activate it. When snapped, the bone charm temporarily strengthens the user's skeleton and acts as a ward against breaks and fractures. The charm gives the user an overall bonus to their armor class and additional resistance against crushing attacks. Okay, so temporary boost. Clot charm. Heals 9 hit points. This glistening blood drop is hard and smooth as a pearl. When placed on the tongue, it dissolves instantly and spreads throughout the character's bloodstream. The charm stimulates the user's blood into clotting and scabbing over existing wounds, healing any minor damage the user may have suffered before consuming the charm. Furthermore, as long as the charm is in effect, the player's blood becomes more aware of the new wounds that occur, especially any attacks that draw blood. The charmed individual becomes more resistant to slashing and piercing attacks as blood clots and scabs over the wounds as soon as the flesh is torn. Task list. Someone has penned a series of tasks in red ink on this scrap of parchment. We have experienced too many contracts collapse while engaging in heavy labor as of late, and I fear the embalming and judgment initially used on the corpses may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. 8 hours and range. If they have collapsed, then this would prevent the backlog of shells in the preparation rooms and free up more contracted workers. Okay. Are to be raised and resume their duties. I have included some spare embalming charms with the shelves for the initiates on duty. They are to be used only when the shells cannot be repaired with stitching, bandaging, or applications of embalming fluid. Fly charm invokes warm curse. This corpse fly looks like it was frozen. It appears to be dead, but you can't be sure. The magic contained with the charm is activated when the insect is consumed. When swallowed, the recipient suddenly becomes extremely nauseous. A few seconds later, the charmed individual expels the stream of insects from their nose and mouth. Provided the charmed individual can keep their wits about them, after the casting, the caster can send this cloud to attack a target. Okay. Embalming minor. Judging from the crude text, it appears that the bracelet works by being held by a living creature, then, while pronouncing the mantra to the true death, it is touched to the forehead of the zombie or skeleton. When this is done, the minor enchantment held within the item spreads through the corpse, strengthening their bones, killing traces of corpse rot and grave mold, and help to seal minor tears in the skin. When cast, target gains temporary hit points and bonus for half hour. Okay, so I think we're gonna put this to the quick item. We can only also wear it on the wrist. Interesting. I think we're gonna use those as quick items for now. Okay. Game cannot be saved at this time. What the hell?
All right.
Morte said to avoid these dustmen. There's the needle and thread.
I'm
I
gone.
think we gotta go. You there, hold. Shit. I think we are in trouble. Back down. Let's try to take the... But we would need like disguise, because they know us.
Done.
This is here. So the Dustmen are like... This is also Dustman, but she has a name, so... It's different. You see Aven, she's still dissecting the corpse chest with her talons. Watch her study the motion of her hands.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motion of the Avene's hand, you feel prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring until you're standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. Number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching it up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Echo, keep these things safe and wait for my return. Number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise the corpse does too. After a moment its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does the vision fades. Until you're watching Avene's hands make their stitching motion once more. You have regained a memory. Memories can give you additional experience point skills and may even lead you to gaining something else of value later on. Hey, Jess Jack. How's it going? We're playing a hardcore role-playing game. Okay, we have the quest. She turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her taloned fingers together impatiently, then makes stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid, bring here to Elvene. Go, go, go.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, Elvene snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply layer to the corpse. Yeah, I have the same actual feelings, and now I decided to start it. I've never I've installed it and booted up like 10-15 years ago, but I don't know, something that's kept me from getting into it, as it's regarded one of the best or the best PC role-playing game, at least of the time, like 90s until 90s, so it's something I feel like I should complete and play. Even though it's gonna be a long, long way. Maybe ending by Christmas. I haven't actually gotten into the Planescape. Like what I've read books about is more like the Sword Coast and other D&D stuff. Mainly. I haven't read or gotten into the Planescape world, so this is also like interesting to get into. I don't know about the new game. I did a campaign with it once a long time ago. I barely remember, but I remember liking the lore. Yeah, it seems like it's an interesting so far already, like this a lot darker and gruesome idea that people die, and there's like seems to be like yeah, planes of existence different. It's more satanic feeling, like Baldur's Gate and stuff like that. There, like there's elves and mages, and it's like a happy fantasy game, and this is on the other side of the thing, which probably also means that when I was young, this game in '99, so I was 17, but still like a impatient teenager at that point. I wasn't too much into, well, at that age I was into girls, so what do you know? Yeah, but it's interesting. Seems interesting, though we just started. I played some tabletops, but not super much. Like tabletop RPGs, some GURPS. We had a good game master when I was like 18. We had custom campaigns like XCOM and X-Files style, like modern day sci-fi role-playing stuff, and they were fun. And then I played like some Middle Earth, and I don't think I've played D&D ever as a tabletop. Let's wait, because there's an option to wait. Within minutes she's finished. She clicks on her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and chest. Looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or... I keep playing zombie because I started it. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Who write on you? Hivers do that? No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape, many scars, no preserves. I'm sure I spent far more time reading the RPG books and creating campaigns and worlds than I ever did playing it. My antisocial nature and spending a lot of my life in rural areas made it difficult to actually play. Yeah, the RPG problem is that you need friends. And I also had a lot of, not a lot, but I had a few friends, but they weren't into role-playing or fantasy books or anything like that, so they were just friends for having fun and playing around. So not just friends, but you need to find the correct friends. So it wasn't that simple. Nowadays, of course, you can play online. Like you can... godfather of my son is a huge role-playing fan. And we've actually played like... well, they are not role-playing games, but the Arkham Horror, the board game, which is amazing, like story-driven co-op game. But it has like cool RPG elements if you play it right, and if you get into the character and do the things within the characters' ideas. But yeah, I think he's running some D&D group also, or Ravenloft or something, but I think that's D&D also. Online, so he hosts like, sort of like a stream. I think they do it on Discord or something, that they can actually play it. He's the game master and people play around, because as an adults we don't have too much time to get together and spend many hours to play, and we live quite far apart, like a few 100 miles, 300-400 kilometers or something. So it's always a problem nowadays, but online has made it better. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought her. Lightning light, she jabs another talon into the skin near your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Let her work.
Updated my journal.
Max HP increased permanently. The sensation is curiously painless as Avene begins to stitch up your scars. When she's done, she sniffs you, frowns, then slaps her fingers into embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid. And strangely enough, it makes you feel better. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Avene puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, then makes a shooing motion with her talons. Done. Go now. Go, go. Go, go. You done. All stitch up. Go, go.
Done.
Okay, it's done.
I'm gone. All right.
But yeah, creating campaigns and playing, and actually, even though we didn't have like a role-playing group in like when we were 10 to 13 or something like that, we had a good group that we played Hero Quest, which is like one of my favorites at the time. We had a good GM for that as well.
Right.
One of our friends that made also custom campaigns for it, and
Done.
we played all the normal quests, and I think what was the Witch expansion. One of my friends had the Witch expansion.
I'm gone.
So I think these are empty.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, we gotta save here. What does our journal says? Just a sec. Gotta change my music. This 42. That was one thing that... I mean, if it's here, it might be here.
I'm gone. Done.
Can we find our hidden stash? Because it seems we did something to the body. The bandages.
Done.
Stretch flesh without tearing it. This is so gruesome. Someone split open this man's chest and has yet to remove the internal organs. How about finishing the work you start? It's not very nice to do that. Like open someone up and not finish it. I think that is just the end of the...
All right.
Let's run here and let's go check these bodies.
I'm gone.
If we can. We can't. Can we check this one? No.
All right.
Not this one. There's the goddamn book man.
All right.
This body is completely covered by a rough dark cloth, and this is like a mummy. These are nothing. Because there was the clue, number 42. It's also something else. Could we have it here? Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, it's like... I think it's very usual that people would have played more if it was like... Of course there's nowadays and later on there became like playing groups that, for example, church people or something arranged. We had a very nice open people in the like the youth department. I don't know how to say it, like working for the church, but they were like more like guiding the young than being religious people. Like actually the godfather of my kid is one of those guys.
I'm gone.
Like doing the youth work.
Done.
But he's like working for the church. But he still has like LAN parties for kids and young people nowadays, and
All right.
and all kind of and role-playing stuff. It's not like satanic anymore like it used to be.
Done.
Like role-playing during the early 90s
All right.
was a bit different then. So there's no numbers here. So the number 42 is like...
Done.
Did I check these? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so we gotta go upstairs now.
All right.
Allows it to be rotated. This is a cool... Yeah, I remember that movie and people saying I was a devil worshipper. Yeah, exactly. It's funny as shit. Like kids using their imagination,
All right.
having fun, having actually social interaction with other people, pondering about you know, right and wrong, learning about world. And I mean, how wrong were people back at the day accusing accusing about the... What the hell is this? These are some like bookcases. What is that? What's everything? Charcoal charm. What the hell is that? Resistance to fire and magical fire. Finger bone or talon. Various symbols have been scratched onto its surface. Temporary protection. Okie doke.
I'm gone.
Okie dokie. I have really no idea, but I think these were... Because, yeah, this one. What the hell is happening? What happens here? The dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. If you're not lost, what is your business here? That is none of your concern. I think that's not gonna go well. I awoke on... No, that's not a good answer. I'm here to see someone. Adahan. Does he still work here, or... That name is not familiar to me. Check with one of the guides at the front gate. They may be able to direct you better than I. Ooh. So they just leave us walk here. I think we dodged a bullet. It's bound for the crematorium. Are these all gonna question me? Oh shit. I think we're gonna go with the same. We will do the same. Because that used to work now, so...
I'm gone.
So that's what we're gonna do.
I'm gone.
That's what we're gonna do then.
All right.
We got the right answers. At least for now.
All right.
Iron Tribor. Cool. Dustman request.
All right.
This container is locked. Okay, we're gonna...
Forced it.
Forced it. Oh yeah. Money and clots charms. The fuck was her problem? Note written on a scrap of dry parchment. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising contractual worker 42. The 42 again. But I am certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it has completed a task, it resumes pacing in the same circular pattern as it did before. Dahl recently informed me that the worker 42 exhibited the same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow, or the skeleton's age maybe have caused the magic animating him to decay. One of the initiates suggested it may be following an order issued by higher-ranking dustmen in the past, but I have found no records of such an order. Whatever the reason for its behavior, the matter is be resolved or the worker replaced. So is one of these the worker 42? Can we save here? Yes, we can. Let's update our save. All in various stages of unraveling seems to indicate that the head is constantly being knocked back off. Yeah, 79. Has been cut into its temple, circumscribed fang appears to have been branded on its forehead. $6.79. This looks to be the corpse of well-aged, even ancient woman. Aside from the embalming fluid stink, the stitches sealing her mouth and the number 679 stitched onto her right cheek, it's likely she looks only slightly different now than she did in her final years. So doing anything later? You see the way she was looking at me? Huh? You see that? The way she was following the curve of my occipital bone. You mean the blank-eyed beyond the graves there? What, are you blind? She was scouting me out. It was shameless the way she wanted me. The skull. Dude, you don't even have a penis, so... Yeah, exactly. Wanted you to go away, maybe. I think you and your imagination need some time away from each other. Yeah, whatever. When you've been dead as long as I have, you know, the signals, they may be too subtle for you to pick up on. But that's while I'll be spending my nights with some luscious recently dead shit while you're standing around going, huh? What's going on? Where's my memories? What an asshole. Whatever, Morte, let's go. Okay, so this is the... No, this is not the one. This animated skeleton smells horrible, as if it had been only freshly stripped and prepared. Its jaw and major joints are tightly bound with leather straps, and rough smokes have been thrown over it. The number 1221 has been chiseled into its forehead. Why the smoke? I mean, it's not like you have anything to be modest about. Examine. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of the skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. The straps are secured to metal bolts punched into the skeleton's joints. The skeleton looks like it has been seen a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped and its numerous fractures are bound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. I like the writing on this. We just saved, so we might. Whoa, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing holding the bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with these old fellas, you know. So? Oh, it's not a problem. Morty does a strange popping motion that you think might be a shrug. Just wasn't sure if you knew that or not. By all means, go ahead. Using your pry bar, you rip the bolts from the skeleton's joint. The skeleton collapses, some of its bones still twitching. Sorry about that, Bones. So do we have...
Right.
Did we...
All right.
Wooden club. Did we get anything else? Leather strap. It looks pretty strong. Iron spike. Priests can use iron spike. Noted. This is a crude iron spike covered with rust. If necessary, you could use it as a dagger, but we don't probably need. This crude wooden club has seen better days, but it's still looking sturdy enough to be used as a weapon. 1 to 6. 1 to 6 crushing, speed 4. I wonder if the speed is like the lower the better, yeah. 2 to 4 crushing. 1 to 6. That is very good, this one. Or I think against skeletons. Okay, so where are we? Stairs, crematorium, storage room, storage room. Okay, can we save? Yes. We save it here.
I'm gone.
And then we continue onwards. You there, hold again.
Done.
Sure thing, boob lady. Yeah? Let's go with the same. Very well. And I think here was the key, maybe, if I remember right. So the dust woman, not a dust man. Mortuary sanctum key.
I'm gone.
It's interesting that they don't pay any attention to our looks, like we don't look anything like a live person. If you look at the guy, it's like
Done.
everything's
I'm gone.
fucked up. Hammer. Oh, that's something. Okay, what do we have
I'm
here?
gone.
Do we have more stuff? Wow. A red. $1146. I think we gotta go back down and look for all the zombies. His nose, ears, and several digits are missing, presumably charred away. So you block its path. Attention, it stops and gazes you with vacant eyes. Leave the corpse in peace.
All right.
Skeleton worker. I'm not sure, was it zombie or skeleton? But the back of the skull has caved in, forming an empty cavity. You notice that someone has taken advantage of this and tucked a rolled up piece of parchment inside the skull. You slip the parchment out of the worker's skull. Oddly enough, it looks as if the skull cavity is intended to store messages. A tiny string is attached to the parchment from a hook bolted inside the skull, as is to keep the parchment from accidentally falling out. You unhook the string and glance over the parchment. It looks like a reminder from one of the mortuary custodians. Judging from the note, this skeleton seems to be a walking messenger of sorts. As you take a second glance at the skeleton, you realize it has stopped in front of the slab because it can't figure out how to move past it. To read notes, books or scrolls, place them in your inventory, then right-click. Examine carefully. Try and pry out the skeleton's joint bolts. Sorry about that, Bones. We are destroying everything here. We don't need that. But did we get the... This rolled up piece of parchment appears to be some sort of message the skeleton in the mortuary was supposed to deliver. This is the third and last request for the pry bar. If it has been misplaced, tell me and I shall go to the hive market and purchase another. I have no objection to maintaining the contracted workers, but I've been trying to repair the skeletons and the bolts are wedged in so tight I can't get them out. Also, some of the locks on the storage cabinet on the third floor have become stuck again due to the heat, and I need a pry bar to snap them open as well. If the pry bar is indeed lost, I will see about procuring the service of a locksmith and having the cabinet locks replaced. An unreadable signature has been scrawled beneath the message. Okay, so somebody is looking for a pry bar.
Done.
Okay, so we are now here in the top. What is this? Junk. I don't think we take junk with us. Let's see, another zombie worker. 1148. Let's leave the corpse in peace. So I think we go downstairs now.
Done. I'm gone.
You there again.
Done.
Me again. I'll hold. No, I'm not lost. Very well, I'll do that.
I'm gone.
I'll do the same thing over and over again, because it works. We go down again. So we gotta find the zombie number 42. Where are we? We're back at where we started. But now we have a key. I think now we have a key. What's that red dot?
All right. I'm gone.
Oh, that one. Actually, that might be running around in circles. Let's see. Let's take the cleaning racks as well. Let's look at this. No. Especially ghastly looking female corpse is missing its ears, nose and lips. In order to sew her jaw closed, whoever prepared her had to draw the skin especially tight around her mouth. You can still see a line of crooked yellow teeth through the open slit that remains. The number 891 has been carved into the flesh of her brow. Okay, so that's not it.
Done.
Zombie number 42.
Done.
We gotta find. Or contracted. Contracted number 42. There was no one here.
Done. I'm gone.
I'm gone. Yep. You really are.
I'm gone.
We should actually save here. $821.
I'm gone. All right.
$506.
I'm gone.
$985. This corpse has stopped dead in its track. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks as if some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. The corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. You reach out for the corpse's left arm to help steady it. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right. You end up tucking the corpse rather than steadying it. You might not want... There is a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstone and shatters like a rotten melon. Filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse collapse, and even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It has snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that had spread through the rest of the body. So what the hell? Oh, we're standing on top of it again. Left arm 985. Are we gonna build ourselves a new puppet from different pieces? I think we checked that one. Did we check this one? 257. That's one of the lowest numbers so far. So let's see. Let's go check here. 1664. The corpse looks like it's serving as a librarian, for it's carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Examine the books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the texts, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it, and we had a missing page in our book that we found. Yeah, the page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and locked in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Note, to read notes, yeah. This is the page probably containing us. This racket page looks like it was cut neatly out of the book. It is written in a tight crab script. 16-5-3-7, 5th night drunk, chest wound, cause of death, mauling, box 3 common spade, no possessions. Desiccated. Scarred shell, cause of death indeterminable. Scars do not appear to cause of death. Shock trauma. Collector Farad. 3 commons pain. Progressions locked. First fist irons. 13 commons. Middle table. Receiving room. Cause of death indeterminable. Age of Self prevents identification. Farad. Possession locked. Knife marks evident from this section, but this section was not 3 commons paid. But the dissection was not thorough enough. Copper earring found locked in abdomen. Earring has been locked in southeast preparation room. Haven't initiate from the third circle. Examine it. It has strange markings like those on contracted workers. Skeleton. Cause of death indeterminable. No possessions. As with the previous entries, these shells Farad has bought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked Initiate Emoric launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Farad's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emoric to pay heed to how the man died. Thiefling male, cause of death, slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot. Gold claws. But we found these items already, so this was not...
All right.
We found the earring and we found the knuckle dusters, and where do we go now? Go there. These are very thick, these walls, so it's sometimes it's hard to see where you're supposed to go. The perspectives are interesting as well, so
Right.
1201. Oh, there's a note. Has been inked on the forehead of this corpse, and the ink has run down its eyes, cheek and jaw. As you follow the ink tears down the corpse face, you notice it has run into a stitching sealing the corpse's lips and has got on what looks like the corner of a note stuck in the corpse's mouth. We gotta do a save here first, because I don't trust these things in role-playing games. Try and pull the note out. The note has mingled with the ichor of the zombie's mouth. If you try to pull the paper out through the cross stitches, it would tear and the paper shreds. Hacking up the corpse to get it at it looks like it will destroy the note. Use the scalpel.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
The game was... oh. You deftly slice through the stitches sealing the corpse's mouth, and the jaw sags open. You carefully pull the note from the corpse's mouth. Despite the condition of the paper, the writing on it still appears legible. I had to drop it. So do I need to actually drop these? We don't need those. This is the note. This is also... This is a foul-smelling note retrieved from the mouth of one of mortuary zombies. It looks like it was sewn into corpse's mouth by accident. Despite its condition, the writing is legible. Please, to whatever dustman reads this, I beg of you. I know of my legal obligation under the terms of the death contract, but I am prepared to offer more than my signing fee if you will cremate my body rather than raising it. I have arranged for this note to be left with my body upon my death. If you are reading this, then please use this note as instructed and accept the results in exchange for my contracted duty. Let my contract number serve as the key. It looks like the corpse was too late to prevent the raising. But you know that beneath the writing is a diagram. It looks like directions for folding the parchment into a strange pattern. Let's fold it. It looks as if the instructing you to fold the corners of the note so their points touch the center. There's a series of strange marks on each corner, one mark on the upper right, 2 marks on the lower right, 3 marks on the lower left, and no marks on the upper left. So no marks. I think no marks first. You fold the corner inwards so its point touches the center. Then maybe one upper right. Two marks lower right. Lower right. And then lower left. One mark on the upper right. No marks on upper left. Lower left. What if we do lower left, lower right, upper right, upper left. Lower left, lower right, upper right. Upper left. Okay, that wasn't it. So how about 1, 2, 3, 4 and then no marks? Upper right, upper right, lower right, lower left, upper left. Let's do it in order. No. No marks on the upper left. We cannot, like... Upper left has no marks, so it should be the bottom. Then lower left, lower right, Lower left. Lower right. Because we cannot see this. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 0. Three, 2, 1, 0. That didn't do anything. Then how about 1, 2, 0, 3. 1, 2, 0, 3. As you fold the upper right corner back to the center, the lower left corner mirrors the action until all the corners touch the center. You watch for a moment and the corners of the paper raise up, turning the note into a small four-sided paper pyramid. Goddamn paper puzzle. You peel back the sides of the pyramid and the paper disintegrates to dust. Inside is a small triangle-shaped earring. It catches the light and gleams brightly. Triangle earring. You receive this small from folding note in the mouth of one of the walking kids. Beautiful. It seems to do is remind you how strange this world you've woken up to is. Some items are magical but require that they be identified before they can be used. Can we use you? No. But he cannot use it. It was red. Mortis Bite, quick weapon.
If I could part with it, I would. But it's a part of me.
Fast attack. Okay, so we found something. How much do we have experience? We are a fighter, yeah. Okie doke, so we gotta find the zombie with the 42. Not that one.
All right.
There's some scrolls there. But you notice the corpse is carrying a roll of bandages in its hand. The bandages look usable. Let's not take her bandages. Okay, let's go back here.
All right.
$9.65. Okay, that's not it either. It pauses, then turns and staggers towards the next corner. These corpses don't have much left in the attic, so they can't do more than one task at a time. If they're told to do something, they'll keep doing it until someone tells them to stop. This poor sod probably finished some task and they forgot to tell him. Either one of the caretakers here or else whatever necromancer raised them out of the dead book. Probably one of the caretakers here. They're the ones who need the cheap labor after all.
Updated my journal.
Well, the rule of three is one of those laws about the planes. About things tending to happen in threes, or everything composed of three parts. Or there's always three choices, and so on and so forth. It's a load of wash if you ask me. If you look for a number, any number, and try to attach some great meaning to it, you're going to find plenty of coincidence. Corpse is lumbering along triangular path. Okay.
Done.
$6.26. $5.94. So doing anything later. Okay, so I think there's no one here, at least with the number 42. It's probably somewhere hidden, because they wanted to hide it.
All right.
Let's go back up. But we found a lot of things. So we might find this skeleton or something.
I'm gone.
What are you still doing here? Are they gonna... Are they gonna get mad at me at some point? 48, no. There's a corpse. $4.75. I think it might be some of these skeletons. You there, hold.
I'm gone.
Ah, you haven't talked to me yet. Okay. Yeah, here to see someone. I'll do that, farewell. Particularly old, the leather straps binding together cracked and worn. The word repent has been carefully engraved into its forehead with the amount of skill. A rougher hand later chiseled 996 on both its temples. Examine carefully. By the bones. Let's leave the skeleton in place. Wonder if this is Greybeard's... If this Greybeard would mind if I borrowed his body. Geezer, old fur, yellow dog, old. Morty studies the skeleton for a moment, then shakes his head. Nah, I need a fresher one than this. Something with a little more dignity. This one's all creaky and fractured. And you're not. Oh, you're a sack full of laughs, Morty glares at you. Besides, you're one to talk, Burke. Mirrors beg for mercy when you're around. Let's go. I'm not in the mood of arguing.
Done.
What are you still doing here? Well, I'm trying to figure things out. The false ones, reddish brown stone, they've actually clearly not valuable, however its caretakers would have otherwise removed them. Okay, so that wasn't anything important. There's one. Because I think he might be 42. The skeleton turns to face you. 42 has been chiseled into its forehead, a number of its bones, mostly the jaw and the joints, have been bound with leather straps. Black smoke is draped over its body. I think this is the corpse. At the sound of your voice, the skeleton suddenly straightens up. It crosses its arms over its chest and its fingers hook into its rib cage. In response, the skeleton drops its arms to its sides. The leather cords securing the skeleton's torso snap and the ribcage folds outward like a pair of double doors. To your surprise, your hand vanishes as you reach inside the ribcage. You have a strange feeling it's somewhere else. As you reach inside the ribcage, your hand dumps against an invisible object. It's about the size of a fist and seems to be attracted to the skeleton's spine. Take the item out. As you pull the item out, the skeleton suddenly disintegrates and the iron bolt securing its joints clatter to the floor. Whatever this item was, it seems to have been the only thing holding it together. It looks like an unremarkable lump of iron. You can't imagine why someone would hide it inside the ribcage of a skeleton. As you place both your hands on the lump of iron to examine it, there is a hiss, and the metal evaporates, leaving behind a strange dagger, a handful of coins wrapped in a dirty cloth, and 2 bloody teardrops. These look like they were inside the lump of iron.
I couldn't carry any more, so I had to drop it.
Of course you had to drop it. What did you have to drop? I can't... Can I stack these? Yeah. This was better than this one. So I think we do this. We do this as well. So where is the stuff?
I'm gone. Done.
So what was there? What did I find? Found this. Left arm I have. Iron spike hammer. What did I find? My eyeball. There was supposed to be something. Fetch that is. So what the hell? I can't carry. I think it was just... Well, let's save 2 extra place.
Done.
Because there's just the wooden club. Nothing else.
All right.
Okay, so we found that, so we gotta... Now we gotta get out. Was here somewhere. I don't remember. Was there somewhere like staircase here? No, it was downstairs. So we go here. Yeah, I'm leaving. Sorry to bother you. Okay. So that is going up. Where do we have going down? There was some doors here that were locked as well. Where was it? There. Yes.
I'm gone.
I think it might go down.
All right.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're first floor. Tome. Huge tome in his hand, as if taking it somewhere. You carefully take the tome from the corpse's hand. It doesn't seem to notice. The tome appears to be a book of enchantments and wards. It is filled with diagrams and charts detailing various aspects of necromantic arts. To read notes. To read notes. I don't have anything. I don't think we need these. Hammer is crushing 1 to 6. But this is 2 to 4 crushing. I think it's better. This is our maximum. Okay. Let's go here. What do we have here? More zombies.
Done.
You see a male corpse with the number 331 chiseled into his skull. His eyes and lips are stitched closed. And there is a gaping hole torn in his throat. He smells foul.
Done.
Some of these doorways are a bit unclear. You there, hold. Dustman. Check with one of the guides at the front gate. 1041. Despite its thought desiccated flesh, it is apparent that its features okie doke. So nothing in here. I think where we go?
All right.
Over here. There's so much black. Like this kind of screen, there's like 50% of the screen is black. So it's a bit difficult to see at times.
Done.
This stuttering corpse has its eyes soon shut, as well as its mouth, and number 732. The threadwork that keeps its ocular cavities sealed looks extremely old. You wonder if the eyes were soon shut before or after the man's death. We don't have... There! God damn, it was indifferent. It went to a different location, so... This worn leather-bound tome lists diagrams and charts detailing several minor wards and enchantments. Particular interest is the section regarding guardians. Apparently, dustmen animate corpses of fallen giants to serve as guardians for the mortuary. To make them even deadlier, armoring enchantments are woven into their breastplates to help shield them from attacks. The book is much too complex for you to absorb all at once, but it looks like as if you could refer to certain sections when the need arises. Okay, so we keep it.
I'm gone.
What do we have here? Metallic blue tapestries are made of thin chain links. And this is the end of the road.
I'm gone.
It's not. There was a way. There was a way around. Southeast, stairs up to second level. You there, hold. Dustman guard. What did he do? Soego. You see a tired-looking man in black robe. His narrow face is extremely pale, and he doesn't look as if he has been sleeping. His shoulders are slumped, and the flesh sags loosely beneath his bloodshot eyes. He looks so lost in thought he doesn't even notice you.
Updated my journal.
Greetings. Greetings. The man turns to face you and makes a slight bow. You suddenly notice that his eyes aren't bloodshot so much as they have red tinge to them. I'm Soego. How may I? He suddenly seems to notice your scars and the corner of his mouth twitches. I'm sorry, Sirah. Are you lost? I do not recall admitting you. Soego looks at you suspiciously and his eyes gleam red in the light of torches. May I ask what you are doing here? lean in as in to whisper to him, but then when he leans in, snap his neck. I don't think so. Can you help me find the exit? So Ego nods, and the corner of his mouth twitches. Why, of course, this also can be confusing to visitors. No harm done, but you are not permitted here in the mortuary after 9 bells. Let me open the front gate for you. Thank you. Okay, so we got out, I think. We got out. Very well, the front gate is now unlocked, but you cannot re-enter. You may ask your questions. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? Do you know someone named Farad? Of course I know him. He frowns, and his eyes gleam red. A ghoulish man. No respect for the dead, and even less for the living. He's a scavenger, a collector. Collector? Collectors make their living gathering corpses and bringing them here to mortuary. We then make sure the bodies receive a proper burial. So this collector Farad, do you know where I could find him? I know he resides in the Hive, the slums outside the mortuary, but I do not know exactly where. Some of the other collectors may know, if they'll talk to you. If I may ask, are you all right? You look tired. Soego manages a weak smile and then corners of his mouth twitch slightly. I have recently taken ill, minor fevers, nothing more. Sometimes they make sleep difficult. Okay, anything I could do? Soego shakes his head. No, thank you for your concern. I will endure. He frowns slightly. Was there something else you wanted? I think I'm out of here. Oh, there's some nasty ghosts around my bed. Sigil. Cool. I love the rendered cutscenes, especially of this era, late 90s, when the 3D was just built.
Done. All right.
Okay, we got out. Let's use the save. So this is the Hive. I kinda like this close-up view. It makes some things a bit annoying, but I like this. Like everything is huge. The scale is way better the way it is. Okay, cannot go there. But some graphics are a bit
All right.
unclear to what they are.
I'm gone.
Like in a sense Fallout had a better... Also there's a wall. but it looks a bit weird. 'Cause so this is the gate.
Done.
Hive dweller, let's go talk. The woman seems to recognize you instantly. She steps back in horror. After all this time, you bastard. May all the friends in Batur take you. One day you'll be sorry for what you did to Erin. By all the powers I swear it, she turns to flee. Wait. The man nods on you. Greetings, Cutter. I'd help you if I could, but I just don't know nothing. Thanks, farewell. That's a dust woman, dust lady. What is this place? This sarcophagus appears to have been there for centuries. There is no lid. The exterior seems to be made of solid stone. Copper Commons pence note. This note has been written with remarkable penmanship upon the finest parchment, waxes. If you're reading this, then you have undoubtedly failed in your task and have been forced to use the escape route I arranged. I told you that your little disguise idea was ridiculous. In any case, you'll need to lay down for a while. The dustmen may be deluded, but they are not fools, and they will certainly seek retribution for our intrusions. I've left you some coins. Use them to secure a hiding place in the hive, preferably in Ratpicker's Square. The dustmen will be unwilling to look for you there. Once you have secured a new hiding place, I have a new mission for you. Find out where Farad is getting those bodies he's delivering to the mortuary. It's apparently causing the dustmen a great deal of upset, and I wouldn't mind knowing myself. Reports are that stone-faced dustmen at the Gathering Dust Bar, Initiate Emmerich, I think the fool's name is, has been sending out finders to try and mark Farad's movements. See if you can find out how far along he is and hinder his efforts until we know more about Farad's activities. I don't want Emmerich finding out something before we do. Penn and Teller. Only ashes remain in the bottom. It's an interesting game. We haven't had much fights yet. Let's go talk to random people. Unwilling to make an eye contact with you. There's a mad woman running around here at times. Heard she's clueless who went army trying to find her way home. Dustmen stay out of most of the taverns in the hive, except the Gathering Dust. There are hardly anyone but the dead in there. There's a mad woman running. I saw some poor barmaid chit ranting and scampering about the other day. It's wonder she hasn't starved or gotten herself killed. Okay.
All right.
I know deaders today said walking ones looks like.
Angry hive dweller. Okay, that's just random. There's a mad woman running around here at times. I should probably go talk to her. She has a tail. Hike off. You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in a leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature. An horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off. Greetings. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Do you know where I can find him? Ah, yeah, I might. I might say more if you're sweetening the question. She clicks her tongue and rubs two fingers together. Jing jing, I. Jing jing. She means money. Oh. What the skull said, hard coin. I doubt you have anything I want to hear, but try me, then I'll decide whether it's worth it. Bar that, I have nothing more to say to you. Burke, get.
I've never seen something so quick as not.
That lump of copper isn't enough to whet the fated's appetite. You'll be needing more if you want to make friends here, Tard. How about 20 then? Oh yeah, alright then. She pockets the money. It's gone so quickly you have no idea where it vanished to. Look for him in the alley spireward from the mortuary. Very well, had some south and west of mortuary.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of the deaders. Slow sigil deaders.
Is this south or north? Or this is west? So this is maybe east. So south and west, so straight down, I think.
I'm gone.
I think straight down.
All right.
We're gonna check out a little, if anyone else knows anything. There's the runner, by the way. Ingress. You see a haggard woman wrapped in rags. Her hair is disheveled and dirty, and her complexion is extremely dark. Burns cover her arms, and her right hand is fused lump of flesh. It looks melted like wax exposed to a great heat.
Updated my journal.
What is it you want me? The woman's accent is thick, and you are having difficulty making out what she is saying. You want me to leave? Not leaving this city, so I'm not. I can't try it, and it's not a city, it's a prison. Everywhere. There's worlds there is. Lanes that be sinking sands. Fields thirsty nettles be sightless words where your limbs are given life and hate. Cities of dust, whose people are dust and whisper ash. The house without doors, the twilit lands. The singing winds, the singing winds. She starts to sob quietly, but she seems all out of tears and shadows, the terrible shadows there be. What are these places? Where is them places? She flings the lumps of her right hand in the arc, gesturing at the cityscape. They'll all be here. Doors, doors, here to everywhere. You're not knowing this, she squints at you. Tell you I will, beware every space you walk through or touch in this thrice-cursed city. Doors, gates, arches, windows, picture frames. The open mouth of statue, the spaces between the shelves. Beware any space bounded on all sides. All these doors are other places. Every door has a key, it does, and with this key they show their true nature. An arc becomes a portal, a picture frame becomes a portal, a window becomes a portal. All eager take someplace else. They steal you away. She raises the lump of her right hand, and sometimes watch the other side of the part of you as the teeth. What are these keys? The keys number as many as the doors to this city. Every door, a key, every key, a door. Her teeth start chattering again as if she is cold, and the keys, anything. It may be an emotion, an iron nail held between second and fifth fingers, a thought 3 times, then thought once in reverse, or it may be a glass rose.
Updated my journal.
Yes, her teeth start chattering, and she clenches her mouth closed and squints her eyes. Yes, can't leave.
Updated my journal.
She seems to calm slightly, and her eyes take on 1,000 league stare. Came from place else from here, almost a life ago. Hummed a tune by a glade with 2 dead trees that had fallen together. A brilliant door opened in the space between the crossed trees, showed me the city of the other side I'd stepped into, ended here. Tried, she tries to sob again, but no tears come. Tried, all doors here lead to other places. She shudders and grips her melted right hand. Went through thrice 10 portals, some a purpose, some accident. None of them right, can't find way back. There must be a portal that can take you back. Can't even leave here, this square. There, the place of death behind the gate waits for me. She points at the mortuary behind the gate, then turns back to you, her face desperate. Can't go anywhere in this city. You can't go anywhere, what do you mean? How long have you been afraid of this? Since the last time I walked through the last portal, the place where my hands, she stopped. She's 10th turning, I'm in the 4th 10th turning that now. 30 years, you haven't walked through any door for 30 years. Her vision seems to clear lightly, she's looking up at you, her teeth still chattering. How mad are you, woman? Must be a fool to not walk through anything that might be a door. She smiles. Her teeth aren't chattering because she's cold. They are moving around inside her mouth. Her gums twisting at the teeth shift about. They rise to recede as you watch, chattering as they rattle against each other. What? She hisses at you. Only takes one portal You steps through accident drive the fear into you. I went through thrice 10, so 30. Lost my hand, burned my flesh, and lost my sense. She looked at her feet. No more, no more. Farewell and good riddance.
Updated my journal.
The journal has been updated many times. If I could find an experienced planewalker somewhere in the city. But I couldn't find the journal. Who is this? Behind the sender. You see a heavyset man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him. And unlike the other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out to you in high voice. Craddock, good sir. What? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. 1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense. I'm called Bayan the Sender, third child of Bayan the Sender. I'm one of the many runners in the employ of the House of Senders. No apologies necessary, Bayan. What do you want? 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I see Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Bayan looks like he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me. He looks at you hopefully again. Could it be you? Have you heard of such man? Sorry, I haven't. I'm bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has chosen not to favor me. I could help you. If I come across the man, I could pass along your message. Bayan's face lights up like a lantern. Oh, fortunate day for Bayan and the House of Senders. Any assistance you could provide would be most welcome. If you can find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it that you are paid for your troubles. Alright, what's the message? Bayan recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipment must be cursed by the third day, or there will be a penalty. Bayan frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. If I see Craddock, I will pass along the message. If there's anything you can tell me about him before I go. He's said to be a giant of a man, stern of features. That he's an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that. Thank you, sir. Should fortune favor you and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see to it your efforts are rewarded. Very well.
Updated my journal.
Very well.
All right.
So I think we need to go here, because it was southwest.
All right.
Anger's house.
All right. I'm gone.
What the heck is that? Dabus.
Done.
Still the hive. Northeast, so I think we're southwest.
Done.
1 copper for your directions. Harlot.
All right.
Probably not. Worms for trees. Damsel in distress. What is this? You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and notices you. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please. They're killing my sister. She begins to tug on your arm. She looks around wildly. This drunken man who followed us from one of the taverns. We thought he meant no harm. Please, Cutter, there is no more time. Help us. Why did he attack her? When she found he didn't have any coin, she said she wouldn't bet him. And then he drew a knife. She looks at the front of her dress and then tugs at your arm again. You glance down at her dress to look at the blood. Although it does appear to be real, it has completely dried. It must be hours old. You see her eyes flick to the bloodstain and then back to you. You think you can hear a hint of nervousness in her voice. You are mistaken, Cutter. Please help me. My sister lies dying while we tarry. Truth, you're up to something. Tell me what's going on or I'll kill you. Bluff. Truth or bluff, same answer. So we bluff. We're not gonna kill her. We're gonna bluff. She looks into your eyes and then glances at the scars that cover your body. She swallows nervously and you see her pale before your eyes. I'm supposed to lure people into an alley nearby. They're waiting there to take your jink. She looks at you apprehensively. Let me give you some advice. She gazes at you in silence, then nods her head. Don't pick someone like me as your mark. Choose some drunken fop who looks like he's never seen a battle in his life. She nods once curtly. And make sure he looks like he has more than a couple coins to his name. Now get out of here. She nods curtly and then backs away from you. She hesitates for a moment, turns to leave. Thank you, Cutter. She sprints off. We are 600 away from level up. So I think I'm gonna save here and I'll probably continue tomorrow for longer. But I'll continue this tomorrow. Any case, same bad channel, same bad time. The game has not been saved. Well, save it. So, thank you for watching, and Just Jack and Retro Rescue, thanks for hanging out and having a chat. I'll catch you all later. Let's see. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll continue Planescape Torment. Seems interesting game. Definitely. See you. Bye bye.